I'm going to say out loud what a lot of people recovering from alcoholism think. And what it is that I miss drinking. And the reason they don't talk about it or say it out loud because of the guilt and the shame associated with saying that. Isn't that strange though? You know, we still miss drinking. We still miss the alcohol, and we know what the damage it's done to our relationships, our lives, physically, emotionally, mentally. We already know that. We understand that, and we still miss it. Well, if you're thinking like that, you're not broken. You're not weak. It's not like you're not working your program. You're doing everything right. But a lot of us tie a lot of guilt and shame to that statement, okay? And that's what this video is about today. That's what it's about. My name is Terry G. Thanks a lot for stopping by. If you could take a second, can you please subscribe to my channel? Take another second and hit that like button, and let's get to the video. When I used to sit there in meetings and think I missed drinking, or when I was driving home for the meeting, or when my life gets stressful, and I used to think, gee, I miss drinking. What would, a drink do for me to calm me down through those days? Well, and I used to believe that. I used to go around in meetings of recovery and tell people my worst day sober was never better than my best day drinking. You ever hear that saying? Because when I drank, I thought everything was okay. I really did. I really did. So I'm in recovery. I know that this stuff is destroying my life and I need to do something about it, but I still want to drink. Well, the truth of it is, it's not that you miss drinking. You don't miss the hangovers. You don't miss the broken relationships. You don't miss the creditors coming to your door, repulling your car like they did to me. You don't miss the anxiety or the depression or the bankruptcy. You don't miss all that stuff. What you're missing, or what your mind is telling you you're missing, and what it's telling me is this: the instant relief. When I had a bad day, or life got too hard for me, or I felt too much stress, or I wanted to talk to the girl, a drink would solve that problem. That's what I was missing. It's not so much what the booze didn't do for me, it's what the booze did for me. It's not the bad stuff I'm missing, it's the illusion or the grander thoughts that what it did for me. If I just had a drink, I'd be able to go up and ask that girl to dance with me. If I just had a drink, I'd be able to control my anger better. If I just had a drink, I'd feel connected to other people. I'd have more fun at the party. That's the reality of it. That's why we're missing it. Our brains are telling us over and over and over all the good things that alcohol did for us. And forget about all the, the burnt relationships, the broken bridges. You forget about all that. It tells us that when we drank, life was better. And that, my friends, is a very tricky place to be. It's like your own thoughts are lying to you, but you think it so much, you start believing it. You start believing it. And that's when the danger comes in, right? When we start thinking that we're missing drinking so much that maybe we're not alcoholic, or maybe the booze didn't cause all those problems. You ever think like that? I have thought like that many a times. I really have. But you know something? I'm at a stage in my recovery. I know that I'm not, firing all pistons every day. And the last thing I want to do is I want to drink. That's where I am now. But in early recovery, I was at a much different place, maybe where you're at, okay? So let's just move forward a little bit. The reason I think it's a very dangerous place to be, because we can convince ourselves to go back out. That's what we can, in that state that we miss drinking, and we think booze is the solution to our problem. It puts us in a bad position, doesn't it? But it doesn't mean that you're going to relapse. It doesn't mean you're not working your program, or you're weak. It doesn't mean that kind of stuff. Or you're broken, or you'll never get better, or you'll never feel the ease and comfort and the freedom that sobriety brings. It doesn't mean that. Because you can be in 1 month sobriety recovery, or you can be in 10 years. You can still get those thoughts. The brain is a crazy, crazy part of our anatomy sometimes. It can make thoughts appear that we don't want. So don't be too hard on yourselves. Don't. But the thing is, if you feel like that, you need to tell somebody about it. You need to be proactive and say it out loud to either a mentor, a sponsor, a close friend, a therapist, that, hey, I don't know where it's happening. I feel like I have great recovery. I haven't drank in a matter of days or months or years, but I miss drinking. I miss it. And I tell you, that will relieve you of some of that shame that you're carrying, because we all feel like that. We all do. You don't get away from active alcoholism that you drank for years or you used to help you cope with your life and your relationships or stressful events. You don't get out of it right away. It takes time. It really does. I have over 30 years of sobriety. And when I see people drink sometimes, I still think that, gee, wouldn't life be better if I went out and had a few nice shots of alcohol, liquor, maybe a few beers? Wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't I fit in better? Wouldn't I get my own life back, my old life back? Yeah, I think like that. But you know what my old life is? My old life is fighting people. My old life is anger, rage outbursts, handcuffs, jail time, bankruptcy. That's my old life. And where does that old life come from? The bottle. That's where it comes from. If I want to turn it back on, all I have to do is pick up a drink and not go through the difficulties of sobriety, not go through the events of life. It doesn't matter. The events are there still. It's just, how do we handle it? Even if you think it, it's the truth, right? You believe it. So try and deactivate it. Reframe what you're thinking. And like I just did, alcoholism, if I go back drinking, it'll bring me back what I just described to in this video about 30 seconds ago, if I start drinking. So reframe it. Reframe the damage, the broken relationships, the health issues that you have. Reframe it. And also be grateful for where you've come. Because if you're sober for one day, you got over a stressful day. You got over a painful day, a busy day. You're tired. You did all that. And you went to bed and you rested your head on the pillow. And you're peaceful and calm. And you felt, maybe not be perfect, but I did the best I could. And I'll tell you something. In recovery, that is a great day. It really is. In my recovery, it is, because all days are not perfect. But I tell you something. The more recovery you get, the better those days will get. Those thoughts will come. You'll exercise your brain, sort of thing, and you'll be able to kick them out. But don't feel ashamed or fearful because you think you're going to drink. Don't do that. Verbalize it, share it with people, embrace it, and it will go away. It will go away, guarantee. It's like a trigger, right? See somebody drinking, oh, I miss my old life. It's like a trigger. But those thoughts that I miss drinking can come across very real. So if you're doing that, I just want to tell you, just keep doing what you're doing. If you're sober and you're working your program, that's the best medicine that you can do. Don't put yourself in situations when you feel vulnerable. Don't put yourself in situations that may add to it or trigger you more. Don't do that. Just chill out. A little bit of self-care. Like I said, go to meetings, talk to your mentor, your sponsor, close friend, whoever it is. But just remember, it's normal. It's normal. It really is. Sobriety is a one day at a time program. It is a journey. It's not a destination. Life does not stop because we're sober. We're going to have many situations in our lives that may make us think that maybe a drink will help us. But I'll tell you something. There is not one thing in this world that's happening to me one day at a time that a drink would make better. And I know if you're in active alcoholism and you're in recovery, I don't care how tough it is. I don't care how hard it is, because I went through hell to get sober. But I know when I was going through those difficult times, a drink would not make it better. It might relieve me. It might give me the illusion that things are better, but it will never make it better. We need to stand up, be accountable for our lives, the way we think, the way we feel, our behavior. And I'm going to tell you something. You are the most capable person on this earth to do positive changes for yourself, okay? So feel no shame, feel no guilt, share it, get it out there, and a lot of that energy will disappear, will dissipate. Believe it or not, okay? Thanks a lot for stopping by. My name is Terry G. This is an alcohol-free life channel where we learn to live sober one day at a time. You can take a second, please subscribe, take another second, and hit that like button, okay? Merry Christmas to everybody. God bless. Have a great time. Don't put yourself in a situation that you're going to have to work at not drinking. I know there's a lot of situations going on right now at Christmas time. There's a lot of booze, a lot of celebration. Just stay away from it if you don't feel like going, okay? Or you feel vulnerable, okay? God bless. I'll see you next week. And hey, thanks a lot for stopping by.